Okay, we are on day 3, or maybe longer, it depends on what you've been doing, but this is the third video on simplifying radicals. And this is the last video that we're going to practice simplifying radicals. After this, you're just going to practice some more, maybe online, and then take a quiz on it. So we're going to just pick, a handful here. Let's do 2 from the top and 3 from the bottom. Let's do one of let's do O, and let's do, it doesn't matter. Let's just do D, okay? And then on the bottom, let's do T, E, and D. So we're going to do those, and then the rest of them you can do by yourself. So, negative 45 x squared. That negative out front, I wanted to do one with a negative. It doesn't mean anything. You know, what's going to happen is your answer will have a negative in the front of it. But other than that, it doesn't change anything. So I'm still going to break down 45. 5 times 9 is 45. And then 3 times 3 is 9. So I got 3, 3, and 5. So 3, 3, and 5. And then I also have the 2 x's. Don't forget about your x's. So I've really done everything now, and we're just going to pick out perfect matches. That negative will come down, the 3 and the x, and then I have square root of 5. And that is my final answer. Negative 3x square roots of 5. And let's find it here. Oh, there it is. Okay, right here. And I think I'm supposed to put an O there. Yeah. Alright, let's do D. 7x squared y. And the number isn't going to break down. 7's prime, so it's got to stay 7. The only thing that's going to break down are the x's. I have a perfect match there. So the x is going to come out, but the 7 and the y have to stay in. And that is it. That's as good as it gets. X square roots of 7y. The x was the only thing that got to come out. So x square roots of 7y, it turns out it's right beside that one, and this is D. Alright, let's try T on the bottom. Negative square root of 40a cubed. You should always try to do these yourself first, even if I don't tell you. Pause the video, try it yourself. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're just going to redo the problem. But if you try it by yourself and you're able to do them without my help, then you're going to learn a lot more than just watching me do it. Even if you mess up, you're going to learn a lot more than just watching me do it. So negative square roots 40a squared. And again, the only thing that's going to happen with that negative is that it's going to, stay over here. So 40 breaks down to 10 and 4, and 2 and 5, and 2 and 2. So 2 and 5, and 2 and 2. So I have 3 2's, and 1 5. And then I have 3 A's. I think I got everything. Let me look. Alright, looking for perfect squares here. And it looks like that's all I have. So a 2 is going to come out. Don't forget to bring down your negative. I had a 2 coming out, and I got an A coming out. And look what stays behind. 2 times 5 times A. Well, 2 times 5 is 10. So 10, and then 10 times A is 10A. So final answer, negative 2A square roots of 10A. And that's fine. I mean, there's not anything wrong with that. And it just turns out it's that very first one here. And that's a T. Okay, let's try E. I already forget what it was. Negative 1,000a to the sixth. Okay. Again, hopefully you haven't forgotten the trick I showed you. I'm just going to grab these two zeros out, which would make it 100. And then it left me with 10 here, so I'm going to have 100 times 10. And then 100 breaks down to 10 and 10. And I don't really need to go any further because, I mean, I can break 10 down to 5 and 2 and 5 and 2 and 5 and 2, and that would be fine. But I already have a perfect match, so I don't really need to break it down any further. But I will just because. Okay, so I got a lot here. So I got 2, 2, 2, 5, 5, 5. A, 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 A. Okay. Oh, and I got a negative. I got to remember my negative. I'm going to go ahead and bring that negative down so I don't forget. I'm going to make myself a barrier here. So the 2's, these will come out. These will come out. The A's, I got, actually all of the A's will come out. Notice that I have 3 sets of A's. So it's going to be A cubed. And then I have a 2 and a 5. Well, 2 times 5 is 10. So I have 10 coming out. The only thing left in the radical is 2 times 5, which is also 10. So the final answer, negative 10 a cubed square roots of 10. And there it is. And that's E. So the last one that we're going to do is D over here. And it's 8, 300, a fourth, b to the 6th. I'm going to say that again. 8 square root of 300, a to the 4th, b to the 6th. Okay. So the 8's just going to come over. Nothing's going to change with it. 300 is going to be 3 times 100. And the 100's 10 times 10. And I can break it down. It's okay. Alright, I think I'm going to need more room because I've got a lot to write. So, let me circle all of this. 2, 2, 5, 5, and 3. Okay, so I've rewritten everything, and it's quite long, but I think I picked up everything. So I got a pair of 2's, a pair of 5's, pair of A's, pair of A's, pair of B's, pair of B's, pair of B's. What I didn't pick up was the 3, and that's kind of funny. The only thing that gets left behind is the 3. So we know in our answer we're going to have the square root of 3. On the outside, the 8's going to come down. Then I got 2 times 5 times a squared times b to the 3rd. Well, 2 times 5 is 10, and 10 times 8 is 80. So I got 80 a squared b cubed square roots of 3. Final answer. It seems hard, but again, if you're good at your multiplication facts, it becomes very easy, especially if you were good at factor trees. If you remember back in, I don't know what grade it was, probably 6th, factor trees they're really helpful now. So 80 a squared b to the 3rd square root of 3, and that's D. I do want you to finish this page as well, and then you're going to take a quiz, and then we're going to move on.